Hey family, welcome back to my channel, Growing Curiosity, where we let our curiosity flow freely and we sip our way to sacred healing. Sip, sip. This is episode 2 of WTFF, What the Fibroid. And this is a space where we dive, it's a raw, unfiltered journey through fibroid healing, womb wisdom, and reclaiming yours, mine, power as women, Black women, women of color, just trying to navigate the Western medical world, right? So if you missed episode 1, please go check it out because we're picking up right where we left off in that story. And I'm going to deep dive into my experiences with the numerous doctors that I sought out before I decided, you know what? I think I'm going to do this on my own, right? And it wasn't easy. So if we look back at the beginning of my fibroid story where I was just trying to get answers and from doctors, and I just ended up more confused, more frustrated, and I'm like, what the heck is really going on with my womb and who's going to help me? And do I have to do this myself, right? So that's pretty much where it came from, but it's good to kind of see like the backstory. So when I got diagnosed with fibroids, I was like, you know what, okay, cool, take a step back. I'm not the first girl on the block. It seems like it's pretty common, but I wanted to get more information. I really wanted to understand where was the point that I became on the list. I was put on the list. I wanted to know, what I'm saying? So I decided I'm gonna go seek out doctors that look like me because I wasn't satisfied with the ones, no shade, with the ones that were not, because my initial primary doctor looked me straight in my face. Once I told her, hey, the car accident revealed I had fibroids, she's like, oh, I'm not concerned about your fibroids. You're not trying to have a baby right now anyway, so we'll pick this back up when you're ready, right? And I was just like, okay. So I saw 2 doctors. One was a traditional OBGYN who looked like me. She was kind, she was informative, and she really tried to help. She shared so much information with me. I left her office with a stack of information. And she really wanted to focus on changing my diet and waiting and making sure that I had an informed decision. I didn't feel like she was pushing surgery on me, even though she kind of came to the conclusion that's where I was going to end up, right? And then there was the DO. Don't ask me what the DO stands for, but the DO. Sis barely spent 5 minutes with me. She looked at my results from a fertility clinic that I had went to, and she basically had her nurse schedule me for surgery. Didn't really explain much. It was like, fibroids, yeah, surgery is going to be the reliever, da-da-da-da. And the only issue with that was literally, hey ma'am, you have surgery on Monday. Just wanted to collect your payment. There's a $5,000 balance. I'm like, $5,000 balance? I thought my insurance, oh yeah, this is our physician fee and a facility fee. And then your insurance doesn't cover physician fees and facility fees. So that just pissed me off, right? And I wanted to go back to the fertility clinic that even gave her the results. That was an experience, to say the least, and an experience that I'm still kind of confused about, and I do want to revisit. So, as a woman in your mid-30s with no kids, these diagnoses make you think, can you have a child, right? So I was just like, I'm going to go see this. Even though I felt okay, well, again, I have a cycle every month. I'm a 28 every single day girl. So even though I was getting more uncomfortable, I was having more pain, I thought these things were normal. But I was like, you know what, let me go check it out. And then they did a vaginal ultrasound while I was on my cycle, and it was so uncomfortable. It felt so invasive and just intrusive. And then After all of that, they basically just hit me with, yeah, your fibroids are too big and they're too large for you to have a baby. So we want to do some more probing, pricking, scraping, and I just was not here for that. When you told you, my eggs are good, my fallopian tubes are clear, so I was like, okay, so I know conceptually I could have a kid, right? In concept, I have eggs, I have a free and clear, my fallopian tubes are free and clear, and so is my ovary. So, and I had a good amount in both sides, even amount. So I felt confident. I just wasn't feeling everything else that was being said as far as like putting me on birth control, doing hormone testing. I just wanted to get back down to I wanted to get back down to what the root cause was and what would be my steps moving forward. So, mind you, primary care doctor basically dismisses me and says, come back when you're ready to have kids. Fertility clinic basically, in my eyes, was like, shamed me for having fibroids. Like, oh, your fibroids can't grow. You don't have enough room for your babies. You need to figure this out. So, but we want to do more prick and poking to get there. So I just felt like, oh my God, I haven't done a good job of protecting my womb. Now I can't have a baby. So, I'm feeling this. And then the second doctor, the OBGYN doctor, basically walking me through the steps and putting me in a position where, hey, this is all the information is out there, and you make an informed decision. But the information out there is very like slim to none. They're basically just telling us what we already know. Yeah, 90% of women are going to get this. These are the symptoms that may occur, but all the same, no true root cause except for hormone hormone production, right? But how do we get there? What is happening? What is being done? And then the other doctor, the DL, to try to just schedule surgery, I just felt like I don't know what to do. This is too much, and it doesn't feel fair. And it just felt like I'm left to make a decision when the whole time the signs were there and no one really gave me the two. So just to recap, there's 2 Black women doctors. One tried to inform me, one rushed me. The fertility clinic gave me fear without support, and the primary care doctor dismissed me altogether. And across the board, the message was pretty much the same. We don't know what causes fibroids. You should probably just get surgery. But then, yes, there is a possibility that after you get the surgery, it will come back. So now I'm just like, how is this okay? How is this fair? And what can I do to get over all of this? Because these things should have never been normalized in the first place, where now I'm a woman in my mid-30s, and now I have to deal with, can you have kids? Is there space for this? Did I do something wrong? What did I do wrong? And there's really nowhere to go to really like feel supported. And okay, if I do change my diet, will they grow? Will they not grow? Will they shrink? Can they shrink? There's no information out there that really supports that. And then it really just hit me that this wasn't just about fibroids. This was about my womb, my fertility, my power, and navigating through all of that. And I realized that if I wanted real healing, I had to look beyond prescriptions and pamphlets, and I really needed to look within and understand my body, and I needed to get deeper with the questions that I was asking, and I needed to do that by start listening to my body, to reconnect with what I've been taught to ignore or normalize.